Hello, it is Mac here, and today I'm going to be doing a garage tour of my second garage in GTA 5 and GTA Online. Also going through the apartment, and this is going to be on the Tinsel Towers. And before we get into this, remember, imaginary friends are idiots, make some real ones. Which reminds me, we are right next to the Epsilon program building. But yeah, this is going to be kind of a second garage tour. If you want to go check out my first one, then go check that out in the description. It will be the Eclipse Towers one, and it's gonna be my second garage. And in the next part of this, we're gonna be going through this apartment, so my third apartment after this. So yeah, we're gonna go through this, my 10 cars. So I bought Tinsel Towers pretty long time ago after the High Life came out, like the day of it. And yeah, whenever you got the second garage, this was one of the new new interiors. And yeah, I really like this apartment. I really like the location of it. If you look, you know, you have a mod shop real close to you. You have the clothes stores right over here. You have a gun store over here and another one over here. And then you also have a few more clothes stores and hair salons and stuff over there. The only problem I have with it is I could show this, but whenever you come out of here, it's kind of like at not only an incline, but like this is higher than this side. So like if somebody's walking over here, you'll usually just kill them whenever you come out of your garage. But another thing is, since the Epsilon program place is right up here, if somebody's like camped in this area with like a gun or something, and they're like trying to wait for you to kill you, you can just like drive past here and then just run over here with your car and run these people over. So yeah, it's a pretty nice apartment, and I really like the area of it. It also looks pretty nice. So let's go into my apartment, and there you can see the lobby area. Pretty nice. So let's go through my apartment, then we're going to go through my garage. And my garage is mostly filled with muscle cars, sports classics, and a few sports cars as well that wouldn't fit in my first garage, but mostly racing sports cars anyways. So yeah, here you can see my apartment. This is the updated interior, which it's not really updated anymore. Like I want to say like it's a new interior, but it really isn't, since it came out whenever the High Life came out, which is almost a year ago. But yeah, you can kind of, yeah, it's nothing special really. I don't spend too much time in my apartment. But yeah, you can see that it looks pretty nice. I really like it. And let's get into my garage. I'm gonna show off my heist planning room right here, so you can see that. But yeah, this place looks pretty nice. Also, if you look at the views, not amazing, but I find the views here better than Eclipse Towers, because Eclipse Towers, all you can really see is the mountains and the beach kind of, but here you could see, you know, the downtown area. You could see if somebody's over here, you can see them like at the mod shop and stuff and see what's going on. Let's go into my garage. And yeah, have you guys had that glitch recently where whenever you go into your garage, your character doesn't show up? Maybe that's because I'm going in first person and then it goes to third. But there you can see my garage right up there. And we're going to be talking about this, and first, let me disable my map. Forgot to do that. I'll also turn off HUD. So radar and HUD gone. Okay, so here's my garage. And yeah, let's go through my cars. We're going to go through this car, and then that car, and then alternate between the sides. So first car in my garage is the Jester race car. I just recently got this whenever the Festive Surprise Kit update came out, and I actually really like it. The Jester is actually a pretty nice car. Probably my favorite for racing, and just recently. I didn't really like it, the other Jester, but the race car one, it's pretty nice. I really like it. Not a huge fan of the red with the white. I would have liked to actually, you know, choose this color. Like, instead of the red, I would have liked to put a different color and then have this a different color. But I really like the white and the red, and also I think this is my only matte paint job, just because like there's no point in not making the white matte. I don't really like matte itself because most of my cars are metallic or sometimes like a metal paint job, but I don't really like the matte. It just Doesn't really look amazing, but the interior on here isn't bad. I mean, it's decent. I don't really like the roll cage though. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, it looks pretty nice. It's pretty fast, and I really like it. So next we got the Massacre race car, which is another race car. I really like the race car looks of this in this game, although I don't really like the Massacre. But to be honest, I don't really like the way that the Massacre drives. Something about it just feels so heavy. I just don't really like it. It doesn't look bad, but I don't know. I don't really like it. I don't drive it much. I don't even know if this is fully maxed out with stats and stuff. I think it is, actually. I think I have like all the upgrades on here, but still, I just don't really like it. I don't really like the paint job either, but it's really hard to find a good paint job on here with all these liveries and stuff. Pretty hard to find a good paint job on here. And also, this paint job is a gasoline green, I believe. Maybe it's a blue, but I'm pretty sure it's a gasoline green. Yeah, the interior isn't anything amazing. It's okay, I guess. But yeah. So next we got the Elegy, which is one of my oldest cars that I have, actually. One is because it's free. It's a free car, and also it's pretty good. I really like the look of it, and it's a pretty good sports car. I don't really use it much, just because it is kind of overpowered in a way in the sports class. But, you know, I guess now it really isn't whenever you have the Jester and the Massacre are still pretty good and can compete with it. Something about it just has such great traction that you don't really have to do much with this car, which I guess some people would like it. I like it myself. I like the look of it, and I like driving in free mode, but in races it isn't a great choice, to be honest. While you can win with it, it's just not the most fun car to drive in races, just because it isn't that hard of a car to drive. So next we got the Sultan, and this is not fully custom. I only have this because I had it because it was a 4-door sports car, but now I have the chrome armor. There's not too much of a point to this. I know this is faster, but I just really like the Karen Chroma a bit more than the Sultan. But the Sultan isn't bad. I have... Oh, also on the LG I have a modded paint job. Just wanna let you guys know. I don't know what it is. It's just some orange paint job I found, and I really like it. I don't know if it suits the car well, but it does look nice. So yeah, on here we got an ultra blue with a race yellow pearlescent, and it looks pretty nice. I don't really like the crew logo. I'm gonna have to change that sometime, but it does look nice. The interior on here is actually not that bad. I actually kind of like the interior, just because it for some reason it just gives you a good view of what's going on. I really like it. I really do. And the wheels are some sports wheels I don't know the actual name of. But yeah, the Sultan, it is, I guess, the fastest sports car, but you know, the Karen Chroma, I just like the Karen Chroma. Even though I don't have the Karen Chroma like regular, so I guess I do keep this just so I, like, if I don't want an armored car, like an armored 4-door, I guess I could have this, but really there's no reason not to have an armored 4-door. I guess you can use sticky bombs and you throw grenades out of here as well, which you can't do with the Karen Chroma armored. But yeah, the customization on here also isn't that bad. Not a huge fan of the spoiler on it, but it is okay. And yeah, don't use it much in races, but it is a pretty nice car. Next is my only real sports classic I actually use for races. I had the Stinger GT, but I don't really use that much in races. So this is the Pagal, and I love this car. I really do. This, I want to say it's more of an underrated car. A lot of people, they don't really like it. Maybe it's just because it's a sports classic, or maybe they don't like the look. I love the look of here. It not only does it have a spoiler, which barely any sports classics, or at least competitive sports classics car have. I mean, if you look at like the Z-Type, the Casco, all those cars, they don't have a spoiler, which this one does, which not much of a spoiler, honestly, but it does count as a spoiler, so it does give you that extra traction. It's really nice. Also, another cool thing is it's actually front-wheel drive. So the back wheels, you know, they don't drive it. It's actually front-wheel drive, and it's just a fun car to drive. I really like it. It's pretty good for top speed as well. Like it can't really compete with the Z-Type and stuff, which is kind of the best sports classic for speed, but it can actually I won quite a few sports classic races in this car just because of the handling on it. And I don't really like the interior. I don't like how the engine, like you can see the engine, for some reason the hood pops up. I don't like that. And the interior itself isn't bad. I just can't stand that hood on it. The paint job on here is like I want to say it's like not a chocolate brown. I think it's like a bison brown or something. It kind of looks like a chocolate kind of paint job. And I have like I think not a black, but something like dark brown as the secondary. And the wheels I actually really like. I don't really know if I really like the atomic wheels, the custom wheels on it, so I may take that off, or the custom tires. But yeah, another thing is you also have these European license plate, which I really like. It's kind of more unique, and this was a hipster update car, which is also quite nice. And probably my favorite car from the hipster DLC, to be honest. And I would say that it's honestly a pretty underrated car. If you have not gotten it, it's not necessarily cheap. It's $400,000, but compared to a lot of the other sports classics, which are like $600, $800, the Z-Type is $950,000. All those cars, it is pretty good, and it can compete for that relatively low price. To be honest, it's really not that expensive. So next we are going to go into the Xeon Cabriolet, which is one of my first cars I've ever had in this game. It's a pretty nice car. It's not amazing, honestly. I don't really do coupe. It's a good car in the coupe races, but I don't really do coupe races. So yeah, but it is a convertible, which is nice, and it's just more of a, I guess, kind of professional car. It's not like a super amazing sports car or a super high-end car, but it is pretty nice, and I do really like it. The interior on here isn't amazing, but it is more of just my car where if I just want to kind of cruise around and have a convertible, it is a pretty nice convertible. I use this pretty similar to my Carbonazare, although this has some pretty good traction, which is pretty nice. And the paint job on here is, I want to say, it's like a surfer blue with a race yellow pearlescent. I don't know how much I like the paint job, but it isn't bad, honestly. And the wheels are also pretty nice. So next is my Ruiner, which I don't know why I even have this car anymore. Like, I don't even know why I have a gold paint job on it. I don't know why I have money rims on it. It's just a weird car, in my opinion. It's an Impante, which I really like the Impante cars in this game. And I don't know. Something about this car, whenever I got it, I was like, I'm just going to customize this car. Because I just found it off the streets, and I really liked it. Like, whenever I saw these exhaust on it and the spoiler and stuff, I'm like, I need to make this chrome. And this was before the actual gold came out in the game, so I just made it chrome, and I kept it. And whenever the High Life came out, or whenever the hipster update came out, I painted it gold. And I don't use it much. It's more of just a car. If I just want to, like, drive around, kind of a show-off car. Because not many people, like, whenever they think of, like, their show-off cars, like, with, cars that don't make it gold, have money rims on, they usually have, like, an Adder or a Z-Type or something super expensive. And I just took a Ruiner, which isn't a bad car. It's just not expensive or anything. But it does look nice. I really like the gold on here. I think this is one of the best cars in the game for a gold paint job. Although I don't really like the gold paint jobs in this game, I do really think that this fits the car. And I know some people are going to hate me for having the money rims on here, but I think it fits the car. I really do. It's a fun car to drive. And also, it isn't that bad in muscle car races either. It's decent, and it can compete. Next is my Phoenix, which is one of my oldest cars in this, or not in this garage, but one of my oldest cars in general, and I really like it. I really do. This it's based off of Firebird, which is really nice. I really like this car. I really do. I really like the spoiler on here as well. It's just kind of not something you'd expect on a muscle car, but the spoiler is nice. It is a nice added touch. And the paint job on here is I want to say it's like a not a midnight blue, but it's like a dark blue with like a gasoline green or something. A lot of these paint jobs I have had for a while and I don't know the actual name of, or exactly what, they are. So I don't know exactly what this is, but it is something like, I want to say it's a dark blue with a gasoline green, but that may not be true. So, but yeah, it's a pretty nice car. You also have the bug catcher on here, and I really like this car. You can't buy it off the internet. At least I don't think you can. I don't know if they actually made it where you can, but since you can't buy it off the internet, some people like it is a pretty rare car, to be honest. Some people, they don't know exactly how to get it. I found this all the way over here where the docks were. Like I found it like right up here on this road. Whenever you see that spoiler, it's amazing. It really is. And really like the Phoenix name on it. It's a really nice car. I don't really know if I like the paint job, especially the wheels, since the wheels don't really go with the paint job, since you can't really find a good wheel color for this paint job. I think it's a little too dark for me. But yeah, if we had modded colors, I would definitely change a lot of these cars, like their paint jobs. But since I'm on Xbox One, I can't do that. So yeah. Next is my Dukes, which is a pretty fun car. I really like it, and this car I got whenever the next gen came out, and this was just kind of a next gen car, really. Like, I didn't buy it because I really like the looks of it. Of course, it is an Impante car, which I guess it is quite nice to have all these Impante cars in the game. And it's like the same case for Grotti for me. Like I really like the Grotti cars, so I'll have all of the Grotti cars. Same thing applies here with the Impante cars. And yeah, there you can see the Dukes. It's pretty nice. I have a midnight purple, or maybe it's a midnight red with a hot pink pearlescent. I don't know exactly which midnight it is. It's one of the midnight colors, metallics. And it isn't like amazing for looks and stuff, but it isn't bad. I actually kind of like it, and I just bought it on next gen because it's like, the day next gen came out, I just bought it because I thought it looked cool. I thought, what, this is a next gen car. It came out with next gen, and I just really liked it. But yeah, I don't drive it much, although it is pretty good in races and stuff. I still don't drive it much. So next, in my final car in this garage is the Stallion, and I really just bought this Stallion, which is also a next gen car. So I guess it is quite nice to have all your next gen cars in the back of your garage together. And I just bought this because I wanted kind of a topless car that wasn't a convertible. Sure, I have the Carbon Air in my other garage and this Xeon Cabriolet, but I just really wanted a topless car, and to me there's not many topless cars in the game, or at least cars that are always topless. So I bought this. It's not amazing, to be honest, for speed and stuff, but it is a fun car. The interior on here isn't anything special either, but it is a fun car, and I don't really know if you can actually get the roof on here. I haven't seen anybody with a roof on here. I know you can find the Stallion with a roof, but I don't know if you can actually store it, because I don't even know if it spawns like with a roof in online. And even if it did, you couldn't store it because it is a DLC car. But yeah, I have a bright green with a race yellow pearlescent on here. A lot of my cars in this garage have yellows, like race yellows on them. But it does go with a lot of cars. I don't really like the race yellow itself, but whenever you put it with a pearlescent, it looks pretty good. Also, I really like the wheels on here. Those are also pretty nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this garage. I know it's not like the best garage. A lot of these cars I don't even have like fully upgraded, especially the Sultan. But yeah, I have my Sports Classic in here. This is probably my favorite car in this garage anyways, just because I love the Pagal. Something about it, it's amazing. But yeah, there you can see my garage. Also, another cool thing about the Stallion, it is kind of at like kind of an angle, kind of similar to the Blade, but not as extreme as the Blade. But like if you look at it, would have been really nice if you could actually put hydraulics on the Stallion. That would have made it nicer. Of course, the Stallion doesn't really have much customization, but it would have been nice to have hydraulics in here. But anyways, Also, I have 3 BMXs in here. That's another thing. But yeah, you could see my Jukes, Stallion, Ruiner, the Phoenix, the Pagal, the Xeon Cabriolet, the LG R8, the Sultan, the Jester race car, and the Massacre race car. Pretty nice garage overall. I really like it, and it is pretty nice. I really like it. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed my garage. Let me know in the comments your garage for your second cars, and let me know your thoughts on this garage. And hope you all enjoy. Feedback is always appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.